welcome to Joan's Junk Journals and More. I am so happy you joined me for part 2 in making clusters. This time we will sew the clusters together. If you don't have a sewing machine, no worries. You can still glue the pieces together easily enough. Some supplies that you may need will be tea or coffee dyed paper, pages from a book. Once again, I'm using this Robin Hood one with beautiful yellowed pages. Focal point. I got these ones from Dollarama, and I might be using some of these little flowers. Choices of laces. Whatever will go with your focal point. Maybe a few little flowers. And I will also be using as focal points some of these handmade stamps that I made. I put the link to the video at the end of this one. First off, let us cut up our papers. I like to cut these just roughly. And if you take a ruler like this one that has the cork on the bottom, and then you just put it here and tear it up right against the edge of the ruler, it actually leaves a slightly rough edge. Makes it really nice for if you want to ink the edges. You could cut them like really nice and straight if you want, but I like the rough, torn, inked up edges. Then what I do is I put the ruler really close to the edge of the paper, and once again rip it up like that. Then you'll have your strips all nice and rough. Now that all the strips of paper are all ripped, you can take a page out of your book. You can get a page out. I'm going to rip this into a bunch of strips like this. I like to take the little white edges off like that. You're going to make a whole bunch of those strips just like that. Then you'll take one of the strips from your page, ink up the edges really nice. Now I know that there's no bad words in here because it's a children's book, so you really might want to double check your words. I'm just making this just a little bit more rough, and ink up the edges real good on here. Move those out of your way. Choose your sheer fabric. I purchased all of these from the dollar store. So let's say I want this pink flower. Actually, that's a little big, so I'll use the yellow one. I might want something that will go well with it. Oh, I'll take the gold one. I have a little piece here. And just trim it off more or less the same width as your first tea colored paper. You can put it down here. I like the shiny gold up. I'll put that there. Then I'm just going to stitch down here and I will be right back. Now, Take your glue of choice. I prefer Fabri-Tac. And just glue it down. Shall we do a few more? With the magic of the camera, we have these strips inked, these pages inked, and a whole bunch of nice little blingy lace and sheer fabric trimmed. So let us make a whole bunch of different ones here. Ooh, look at that beautiful bright orange. These are so easy to put together. I think I am going to enjoy doing clusters now. Oh, have to put an orange flower on top of that one. I'll have to use up some of my stamps. Oh, we need paper, don't we? Ooh, use a blue one with a blue stamp. Red. I think the red will look nicer with that one. Oh, yes. Oh, and green one. Oh, I have a green one right here. Okay. Now you can glue these all together like this if you don't have a sewing machine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sew a few of these together and I will be right back. If you are having a hard time sewing the pieces together because they're slipping around, take a cheap glue stick. This one's from the dollar store and this is about all that I would trust this glue stick for. Is temporary. Run it across there. Add your lace or your little blingy trim. Glue the back of your paper and glue that down. Now this will hold it perfect temporarily, very temporarily. And then run it through your sewing machine. And use just a little bit of the glue stick so it doesn't gum up your needle either. And if it gums up your needle, well, you just take some rubbing alcohol on a paper towel and rub it down the needle. After sewing them all, I like to keep these loose threads at the end because I don't know what kind of journal it will be going in. It might be a little more grungy. And if not, they can easily be trimmed off. Now, it's just as easy as gluing all these little pieces on, and then we will be done. Coming up next video is a special request from a viewer. Remember, if you have a special request of something that you would like to see me make, just leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. I love and appreciate you all, and I hope to see you again soon.